I think the best showdown you can currently deliver at the 147-pound weight class, which is the fight between Berto and Robert Guerrero. Really pleased to put this fight together. Happy that it's HBO has stepped up to put this fight live on HBO on a great weekend, November the 24th, from Ontario. So really as big of a fight for Thanksgiving weekend as we can put together. This is sort of like a thank you to the fight fans for Thanksgiving weekend. No excuse not to come out to Ontario. It's a short drive from Los Angeles. Tickets are priced extremely well, starting at $25. Yes, $25. It's going to be a great card. I just mentioned the main event, but there are two other great, very, very evenly matched fights on the card. One of them is for the WBA lightweight title, which is going to be between Richard Avril and Sharif Bogheri. You remember Richard Avril had earlier this year a very close fight, a split decision loss against Brandon Rios. Most members of the media and fight fans in attendance felt that the wrong guy was awarded with the decision. Richard Avril, fight fans wanted Richard Avril back, and here he has his opportunity to fight for the WBA lightweight title against a young, undefeated, exciting fighter, another young, promising, emerging star from the Golden Boy stable, Sharif Bogheri. That will be a 12-round WBA lightweight world title fight. On the card as well is another one of the young, exciting fighters in the Golden Boy stable, and that is Keith Thurman, a knockout artist. He will be clearly in his biggest fight against former world champion Carlos Quintana. A big step up for young, undefeated Keith Thurman. That's exactly the kind of fights we like to put together. These are three fights, three pick'em fights. That's what fight fans want to see. That's what they want to see if they watch live on HBO, or if they're going to go and make the trip to Ontario. A really exciting triple header. You all know that Golden Boy is not a big fan of double headers. We like triple headers. We like quadruple headers. We really like to give fight fans a reason to stay home, watch fights, and have a great night with their family, or be entertained in the audience live from Ontario. I'd like to thank as well our sponsors, Corona and AT&T, Fight After Fight. They're very loyal supporters for the fight game, for boxing, and I want to thank them very much. I'd like to as well acknowledge Kathy Burns, the interim executive director of the California State Athletic Commission, Dan Beckerman, the chief financial officer and chief operating officer of AHG, and the CEO of AHG, Tim Lawicki. They're actually both right now at the Biltmore Hotel. Oscar's being honored with an award. That's why I'm here. So I'd like to thank those two. The significance here is that AHG manages the building in Ontario where the fight will take place. So the Citizens Business Bank arena, and so that's how those two play into this. I'd like to thank as well Kerry Davis, the Senior Vice President of Programming for Boxing for HBO, and of course the President of HBO Sports, Ken Hirschman. Both of them are in New York. I'd like to thank as well Mohamed Noor, the Chief Inspector of the California State Athletic Commission, a great commission, great oversight. I know the fighters feel always comfortable when they fight in the California jurisdiction. I'd like to ask to the podium now the General Manager of the Citizens Business Bank Arena in Ontario. It's a first-class venue. It's the first time that Golden Boy is going to put the fight on there. It's clear a Class A building. We are very excited, and I think the fight fans in Ontario are very excited as well, based on early phone calls we got, and the excitement I think is pretty big in Ontario, but I'm sure that Steve Eckerson can tell you more about that.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Many of you have probably been to Ontario and Citizens Business Bank Arena
We have a history of successful fights in the past. It has been a little while. This is our first fight card that we posted with Golden Boy, something that I've been working on for a long time, so that we are extremely excited. This is a great card. It's going to be a great night, Thanksgiving. The Ontario Mall is just down the street from the arena, so all you guys can bring your wives, give them your credit cards, and they'll have something to do for the evening. Nobody's too excited about that, all right? I can appreciate that. So, but on behalf of the City of Ontario, Citizens Business Bank, which is the naming sponsor of the arena and AEG, we're very, very pleased to have this, and we look forward to having all of you out there. Thank you. Any questions or anything about the arena? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Steve. Now up to the podium, the Director of Affiliate Programming of HBO Sports, or as I call him, the head of HBO Western United States, Tony Walker. Always a pleasure to work with Tony. We have put together many great fights, and this one is no exception.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming out today. First, I'd like to thank Richard and Oscar and the rest of the Golden Boy staff. Always great shows, always great working with these guys, and they put together a fantastic show with these 3 fights out in Ontario. And with the fight being on the Thanksgiving Day weekend, we think it's perfectly appropriate. After a day of parking lot rage and eating and doing whatever, you can cap it off by watching some great boxing on November 24th. I would like to thank Andre and Robert for coming back to HBO. We love to have those guys. Love to work with them. They always put on exciting fights, and the fans are going to get a treat. And the 2 undercard shows, from what I hear, are going to be fantastic. We've had Rich Guerrero on HBO before, so very good. The start for the triple header is 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific. And so for those of you who are not fortunate enough to be able to go to Citizens Bank Arena, we promise you a great show, great announcing, and a good night of boxing on TV. Thank you.
Now I'd like to turn to the main event. As I said, with Robert Guerrero and with Andre Berto, we have two real warriors, 2 accomplished fighters, multiple-time world champions. And when you have 2 fighters of this caliber going to fight each other, you know you have a very special event. Now, there was a lot of talk about who is going to fight who. There were different names were thrown into the mix. And I really want to thank 2 people which were instrumental, 3 people which were instrumental on making this fight happen. One of them is Al Heyman, the advisor for Andre Berto, who we have a very close relationship with, and we work very well together. He was very instrumental to talk to Robert Guerrero's team as well, Luis de Cubas Jr. and Bob Santos, and they pretty much worked out the deal. And because since we are working with Robert and he's a terrific fighter, we've been promoting Robert's fights now for the past several years, and we're working with Andre Berto now as well. I wanted to make sure that everybody is going to be happy in the process, and I think those 2 teams worked out the deal and the structure which will make everyone happy. When you put the fight together like that, I really believe there is no losers, and the biggest winners really are the fight fans, which, as I said before, will be really have a very special Thanksgiving treat. I think when you look at Robert Guerrero, he's probably one of the most underrated world champions. In my opinion, based on what he has achieved so far, I cannot explain why he is not on the pound-for-pound list. He is a 6-time world champion in 4 different weight classes, and I think he's the kind of fighter who never turns down anyone and is always up to take on the biggest challenges. I like to, before I'm going to turn it over to Robert, I like to acknowledge as well Walter Kane, Robert Guerrero's attorney. I already mentioned his name, Luis de Cubas Jr., Guerrero's co-manager, together with Bob Santos, who is there. Robert Guerrero, Robert's father and trainer, who is with us here. And they really make a team. They have worked together for many years, and they are a terrific team. Robert, I don't need to tell you, you know his story, a very inspiring story on how he gave up his world title, his junior lightweight crown in early 2010 to care for his ill wife, who has, thank God, a full recovery. He's known for his charity work in his community with the LLS.org and the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. A terrific fighter in the ring, a terrific person outside of the ring. It is a pleasure for me now to introduce to you the WBC Welterweight Champion of the world, Robert "The Ghost" Guerrero.
Well, first I just want to thank God for blessing me with all the opportunities He blessed me with. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Richard. Thank Golden Boy, HBO. You know, I'm happy to be on. Happy to be fighting November 24th. I'm always ready. I'm always ready to go. I can't wait for this fight. I'm excited. I've been training hard. I'm always in shape. And I always come to fight, so you guys know that. And, you know, I just can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be a great one. We've got 12 hard rounds, and they're going to be super hard, so be ready for them, guys.
Thank you, Robert. Now, Team Berto, Andre Berto with the record of 28-1. The long defeat came at the hands of Victor Ortiz in what was which was a fight of the year. A terrific young fighter, two-time welterweight world champion. He is competed in 2004 Olympics representing Haiti. He is clearly one of the most exciting fighters in the sport. His record speaks to that. 22 of his 29 wins are by knockout. You know there's always fireworks when Andre Berto fights. He has defended his title 5 times before that 2011 loss, but he came back with a 5th round stoppage, continued the trend of knockouts right there against former champion Jan Savek in September 2011. So here we are, instead of Andre Berto taking a tune-up fight or anything like that. No, he goes right to the top of the food chain, which is Robert "The Ghost" Guerrero at the welterweight division. It tells you what kind of young man and what kind of fighter Andre Berto is. Andre Berto doesn't do tune-ups. He wants to be in big events, and this is a big event. I'd like to acknowledge Andre Berto's trainer, Tony Morgan, who is here with us, and it is a real pleasure and honor for me now to introduce to you the former 2-time welterweight world champion, Andre Berto.
How's everybody doing? This fight is a good fight. This fight is a big fight. I want to thank Golden Boy and HBO, my whole team, Amy, the whole Watson clan over there. I'm excited, man. You know, everybody knows me. Everybody that knows my story. I went through a hell of a year within this last year. So I've just been in the gym. I've just been training. I'm hungry. This is what I needed, and I'm excited. Your training camp is already going ridiculously well. I'm already in great shape, and I'm looking forward to the 24th. And I know Robert is excited. I know he's going to bring a good fight, so I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope everything reaches the expectations that it needs, because I'm definitely coming to fight, so it's going to be exciting. So appreciate everybody.
Andre, are you training in Los Angeles again?
No, I'm in Florida.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Wow.
Hey, Bill.
I forgot the Watsons, that's right, there they are. Rumor has it you guys just flew in, you were at the presidential debate last night, so I don't know if those rumors are true or not. No, great fight, great weekend. That is exactly what the sport needs. I think. I mean, I know we're all excited. Fight fans from around the world are thrilled to have this fight. Again, thank you to HBO. And make sure you tell your readers or listeners or viewers that tickets are on sale now, starting at $25 with the top price ticket at $200 and pretty much any and all price categories in between. So there's no reason not to go and celebrate Thanksgiving Saturday night at the Citizens Bank Arena in Ontario. Thank you very much. We're going to post the fighters now and then they will be available for interviews. Thank you.
I think the three of us have been Dodger fans all our life. Okay? But I must tell you, I know my daughter stands fan.
No, you can't say that.
I know, but my daughter did not understand. I don't take the hat off. Just don't tell Lasorda, please. Don't tell Lasorda.
Right, maybe on the face.
Look straight to the back, guys. To the back.
Thank you.
If you want to,